Turkey says it's suspending all trade, military and defense ties with Israel. Prime Minister Erdogan has also warned of more sanctions against Israel and said he may visit Gaza. Well, that follows the expulsion of Israeli diplomats from Ankara. Well, let's now talk to RT's Paula Sleer, who's following developments for us in Tel Aviv. Paula, these announcements are obviously a serious development. What's led the Turkish government to make such a strong stand?
Well, as you say, the Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan has announced that he could be slapping more sanctions on Tel Aviv. This follows the release last week of a United Nations report into what happened on board the Mavi Marmara. Now, that was a Turkish vessel that took part in the first flotilla attempt to break the Israeli siege on Gaza some 1.5 years ago. And after Israeli soldiers stormed the ship, some 9 Turkish citizens were killed. Israel has repeatedly refused to apologize for the deaths, and in response, Ankara has expelled the Israeli ambassador. It has downgraded diplomatic relations between both countries to the level of second secretary, and it's also frozen all military cooperation. The Turkish Prime Minister used the word savagery when he referred to the Israeli behavior. He also accused Israel of behaving like a spoilt boy in the region, and he said that the Turks would challenge Israeli bullying in the Mediterranean by increasing their naval presence there. The Turkish government has also rejected another finding of that UN Palmer report, which said that the Israeli blockade on Gaza was not illegal, with the Turkish government saying that it would now lobby that with the International Criminal Court in The Hague.
Okay, well, we know that the UN, of course, is set to vote on Palestinian statehood later this month. Do you think Israel is losing support ahead of it?
Well, I think this is certainly a crucial time for Israel. We've heard from the Turkish foreign minister, who held a press briefing with the top Fatah official, Nabil Shaath, in which he said that the Turks had a campaign underway to help the Palestinians be successful in their bid come September the 20th for a Palestinian state. Now, this is no surprise, because for several months, Turkey has indicated that it is supporting the Palestinians. It has also indicated that it is embarking on a diplomatic campaign to help them in their struggle. We also know, for example, that the Turkish Prime Minister is now planning a visit next week to Egypt. Now, he has said that he will be upgrading military cooperation between Turkey and Egypt. We are also hearing that a number of bilateral meetings have been arranged. No doubt these will focus largely on the sphere of economics, but certainly this has to be a concern to Israel. The official response from the Israeli Defense Ministry is that Turkey has a lot to lose, but most people here really are questioning what Israel is going to do, because this is a crucial time when Israel needs all the friends it can have, particularly ahead of this UN bid, which of course Israel is against. You need to remember that Turkey was Israel's closest ally in the region, and relationships between Israel and Turkey are at the lowest they've been in more than 20 years. And certainly we're seeing the same between Tel Aviv and Cairo, where relations between Israel and Egypt are also now at an all-time low.
All right, well, thanks very much for that update. RT's Paula Sleer reporting there in Tel Aviv.